Hey guys, welcome back to Health 110. I do want to take a second just to acknowledge that Hurricane Dorian has come and gone. Fortunately, at least in my area, we had very minimal damage, if any. Big thing is just yard cleanup now with leaves in the pools and such. But I never want to make light of the fact that we received minimal damage here because you never know how others were impacted with friends, family, and loved ones. And so always be mindful of that when we're dealing with a potential disaster or traumatic experiences, that although it may not have impacted us directly, you never know how it has impacted those around us. And so I think that also leads right into our chapter for the week, where we're talking about stress management. You know, guys, you can't avoid stress. The key is being able to manage it and identifying what causes you stress and how your body responds to it. But then more importantly, you identifying ways to minimize that stress and you taking control of that. And so this textbook really gets into that. And so a couple learning outcomes for this week. Of course, we'll distinguish between stress, stressor, eustress, and distress. We'll discuss how the body responds, because stress isn't just a mental aspect. There's also physical aspects to stress. I mean, that's why you get the increased heart rate and maybe increased temperatures, and you know there's a physical response to being in stressful situations. Increased sweat, just to name a few. The book also explains why severe and long-standing stress is harmful. It discusses the influence of personality and biology on your stress response. We'll also discuss common sources of stress among college students. Of course, school in itself can be stressful, but then when you add school on top of just life, in terms of having to work, pay bills, take care of a family, and so obviously for a college student, you may have even higher levels of stress than someone who's already out in the workforce and that has graduated from college already. We identify social, campus, and medical resources for managing stress. Remember last week I talked about the SWELL initiative on campus, and basically that's just student wellness. And then the book also summarizes strategies for effectively managing stress. So again, I can't emphasize enough, stress is normal. It's a part of everyday life. The key is how you manage it, how you identify the stressors, and how you respond to them. Alright, as far as this week goes, you've got this video, the PowerPoint, your lab, and then the quiz is a little bit longer this week with, I think, 54 questions. So I haven't given any additional videos or assignments. That'll take plenty of time there for you. And remember, you can go back and correct all the answers on the quiz. You have unlimited responses, so there's no reason that everyone should not finish with a 100 for each quiz. Alright, with that being said, I do want to remind you of the checklist. They shouldn't look like mine. They should be filled with green all the way across. If they're not, it's just a matter of possibly you just overlooked something and didn't click on a link. Alright, guys, have a great week. As always, I'm here to support you if you need anything. Take care.